Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. So please like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. Sorry, my hair is driving me crazy. My hair. But, what's really weird is, I was sitting outside wearing a tank top and whatever, and I wasn't cold. Like, it was totally comfortable, totally fine downstairs. I come up here, I was fine. And then I get ready. I'm like preparing to do the reading, setting my phone up and doing all that crap. And I do have some cards out from earlier because I didn't read them. They just came out and I left them on the table. And I heard, this is your next reading. So I was like, all right, well, I guess that's my next reading. We'll figure it out then, huh? But I sat down, like I'm just getting ready, and I'm freezing. I'm so fucking cold right now. Like, I feel like I'm in the Arctic, and I don't know why. My AC isn't on, it hasn't been on all day, because it's been pretty comfortable all day, so, we haven't really needed it. And I'm warming up now. That's why I put a sweatshirt on, because I'm like, damn, I'm freezing my ass off. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? So I don't know if some of you are feeling that way, like you're cold, cold, or if you're feeling isolated and alone. But it was the chills, from spirit, yes, but I don't know. I was so chilly. I'm like, why am I so fucking cold? So that could be a sign for some of you. I'm not, or you're just feeling that way. But I wasn't going to do a reading because it's a little late. I think it's like we're pushing 11 p.m. now. And I don't normally stay up this late because I got to get up with the babies and whatever. So I'm waiting for something. I'm just sitting here waiting. I don't know who's waiting for what or what the hell this pertains to. But what I was going to say is something that I guess I'm not going to, because Spirit just told me no. Really listen to yourself with how you feel about certain things. So if there's something that you want to say, it's like, oh, I want to say this so bad to so-and-so, whoever the fuck, and you feel like you shouldn't, it's not somebody else restricting you. It's yourself going, maybe think about this a little bit longer before you go blah. You know what I mean? It's not really a defense mechanism. It's for protection purposes. So, if you're intuitive and you listen to yourself on the regular, if you like, I don't know, someone might be having a hard time deciphering between their ego, like what they want, versus what they should do. And it does pertain to a message. Someone has something to say to someone, and it's like, I want to say this so bad. I don't think I should. Not right now. Or maybe I should shut my face because I'm going to say something mean. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not sure what the message is, but there's someone in this energy, whether it's you or someone who wants to approach you or someone around you, who feels like they have something to say. And they probably do. It's just, it's either there needs to be more time to work out the kinks so that you don't piss anyone off, or this specific person, or so they don't upset you. I don't know. There's a right way to handle things and a wrong way. And someone's intuition is going, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Wait until you're not as emotionally attached, or wait until you've calmed down. I don't know. Like, something like that, because I almost feel like I'm reeling. Like, I've got so much to fucking say right now. I just want to scream it to the world. But don't. Be smart about whatever this is. Because I feel like if somebody's just reactive and they go off from their ego, this is what I want. I feel I should because this is what I want. It's going to end poorly. So if you're like fighting with yourself, like, this is what I want, so of course it's right, versus I don't know. Go with the I don't know, because someone needs to like sit the fuck down and just process before they really flipped the fuck out. And it's reminding me to, okay, now I can say this. There's a time and a place. I'll show you the cards in a minute. There really is. I don't do anything by accident, whether I understand it or not, because 99% of the time it's about you guys. You guys give me that confirmation, whether I want it or need it or whatever, you know. I don't always have to understand what the fuck's going on when I'm acting this way in a reading. But I was looking at the message card, and it's a moth, and I was gonna tell you about a little experience from last night, because I did 2 readings last night, and I deleted them both. I felt very strongly about these 2 readings. Like, one of them was more of a message, just kind of talking. It was very quick. It was like 8 minutes long. And then, and I was sitting out back. And the last, and the reading that I did, it was pretty late too. And, I don't know. It was kind of a fucked up one. It was weird because if you would have watched it, you would have assumed it was coming from me, the way that I was speaking. And because I rewatched it, and I even uploaded it to YouTube, and then I took it off and I deleted it off my phone, so it no longer exists anymore. But I just knew it would be taken out of context. And if it's a message that's truly for another person, that has nothing to do with me or anything like that, it will come up again in a different way, in a better way, which is kind of what I'm getting at with someone wants to say something, but they need to kind of rethink how they're going to approach another person, approach you, or who the fuck ever. Maybe you're feeling this way. Because in that reading, I've got a couple things to say. Where should I start? In that reading, okay. So, in the actual reading, not the little chitty chat thing I did, which I guess I was just talking to myself, just saying. Maybe somebody does that, records themselves to process, and then just gets rid of it, whether it's a voice recording or not, because you can do that with notes, like taking notes, like, oh, blah, blah, blah happened, and then go, hey, that's not important. Like, you weed through it later. It's like, I just want to note this. It's nothing, kind of thing, or it's something. It just depends. Some people do that, and it's actually not a bad thing, especially if you're processing through shit. But in the reading I did, it was fine up until the end, and I turned psycho. Like, I don't know, like, because I remember after I did the reading, I'm like, I went off the fucking rails in that one. Like, what the fuck? Because I wasn't thinking about someone specific or anything. So I'm just like, why did I act that way? Why would it was okay? It was not like, because I know I act like different people, I feel energies and stuff. It felt like it was coming from me, and I was directing it at someone very specific, you know, like, because basically I was like, go ahead, fuck with my fucking family. And I was going off on, you know, how I'd handle the situation, that I'm not afraid to do this or that or whatever. And I was like thinking, man, I sound like a fucking psycho. You know, I have some twisted thoughts, just like, you know, anyone else from time to time, especially if someone fucks with those we love, our children and family and whatever. But I don't speak like that, and I don't threaten anyone. And I wasn't making threats, I was making fucking promises. I'm just saying. So someone was in that energy, or is in that energy, where there isn't much they wouldn't do to protect the ones that they love. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know, it's just in the reading, I just felt like if it was posted, people would be like, Jessica, what the fuck? It wasn't me. The energy just fucking came out of nowhere is what it was. But there's someone in that energy that's like, I wish a motherfucker would. You know, I wish someone would try this shit with me so I can act out some fucked up, twisted shit that's in my head. You know what I mean? It was something like that. Like, I just, give me the opportunity. That was what I took from that reading, which is why I didn't share it, because nobody else would have taken that from it. Just the way I was speaking, it was fucking weird. So I was like, nope, time and place. There's a time and place to speak up about shit. There's a time and place to say certain stuff. There's a time and place to act and be reactive and whatever. So, you know, take that into consideration no matter what the subject matter is. I just heard just because you feel like you're called to do something doesn't always mean it's right. Especially in instances like that. There's someone who's in that psycho energy and they probably don't look it. Like, you would really never know how this person was thinking and feeling unless they told you. Because there's some fucked up shit going on in their head. But I don't think they're going to harm anyone. Like, this person isn't like a serial killer or someone who's been in and out of jail, someone who would do this on the regular or do it just because. They would have to have a reason. But they're waiting for a reason. There's someone here who's waiting for a reason to snap. Like, this is what I want to do, but I can't do it, and I know I can't, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna hurt anyone for no reason. But it's almost like I want to torture someone. But I can't do it to anyone I know and love and whatever. And I'm not gonna do it to a stranger either. And this is not coming from me, Jessica. This is how someone's thinking and feeling. It's like, I'm not gonna just act all willy-nilly. But I really want someone to do something stupid so I can. That's how someone's thinking. Which is fucked up. But it's in there. So someone's feeling that way. Like, oh God. Like, it's almost like it would be a release for that person. Like, they would enjoy hurting somebody else if they deserved it. You might know what's in the recesses of their mind, you know, especially if you're intuitive. You might be picking up on this. If it's someone close to you or something, like wow, you are a twisted mofo, huh? I don't know, you're receiving some type of fucking message. The other thing I was going to say with this is because it looks like a moth, and in the little chitty chat video I did that I deleted, a moth landed on my chest, and I was like, oh, it's a white one, because when I was talking about a moth before, it was a brown one, and I looked up the spiritual meaning of it, and I can't remember what the white one is. Now, I didn't re-look it up because I just thought of it in this energy, in this reading. And I'm like, okay, well, why am I being reminded of that? Messages come in so many different ways and in many forms. Come through animals, insects, nature. The fucking wind could blow a certain way and draw your attention to something or make you feel a certain way, and there's a message there. I don't know, you're receiving messages in a synchronistic way, is what I want to say. So pay attention. The Mothman prophecies. I don't know. Whatever. That just popped up, so whatever that is. So the first card we have is tangibility. Make your dreams real. Bring something into fruition. Make shit happen for yourself. And I feel like most of you are, or you're trying to. And then, I don't know, whatever. Perfect acceptance. Accepting, you know, what is it? Accepting the things that you cannot change and changing the things you can. So you're only working on the shit that you can change. So like when I'm talking about how somebody else thinks and feels and what they want, whether it's in your physical reality or not, it's just in their fucking head, whatever it is, you can't change that. You can't change somebody else's thought process. You can't change their mind. You can't make them do this or that. That's just a personal thing. So you're focused on yourself and what you can achieve, what you can fix, what you can help, what you can do in your own life with people around you, because that's all you can fucking do. And it takes growth to realize that, because if you're a helpful person, you just want to change the fucking world, and you can't, you know? You can't create change unless the people around you want it, you know? They have to take action too. You can create the change in your own life, pull yourself away, or keep trying, or do whatever you feel like you need to do. But you can't make anyone else do anything. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to fucking drink. It's the truth. It's that energy is right there. So it's like just accepting what is and living your life accordingly, no matter what. Like, I can't change this. So I'll do the best I can. You know, I'll deliver whatever message, if it's spiritual or otherwise. I'll say what I have to say. and, you know, hope for the best, because that's all you can do. And then euphoria, honor yourself. And I feel like that's what a lot of you are doing. You are honoring your gifts, your abilities, who you are, what you've accomplished, where you're at in life, and just how far you've come, no matter how difficult it was, or no matter what kind of change has occurred, because we can want one thing and it just might never happen because it's external from us, you know? And those are the things we can't always change. We can try, but we also have to know when to give up. We also have to know when to let go. Because if someone's just going to stay stuck in their fucking ways and keep thinking a certain way, keep doing shit a certain way, and they don't make any progress in their situation, there's nothing you can say or do to change their mind, to fix that for them. They have to fix it for themselves. I'm talking to someone who's very helpful. Like, I want to be supportive. I want to be there. And it... honestly, that doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because if you want to be supportive and you want to be there and you've tried and this person is very, you know, standoffish, they push you away, or they don't listen, they don't take anything you say into consideration, there's really nothing you can do about it. It's like, you just need to note it as, I tried, I did my best, and the rest is up to you. Whether they go down a good path or a bad path, there's someone who wants to help someone change direction in life, and you can't change that for them. It's really hard. Especially if it's like your kin, your family, your children, someone you love and care about, you know? It's really hard. You can't make someone see. You really can't. You will not let fear stop you this time, and I feel like you won't. If you have something to say or do, and you feel passionate about it, you'll do it. If it's right. You know, it's all about timing, too. And not being reckless. And not doing it for selfish reasons. You know, it's like, this is how I feel, like, personally, about blah, blah, whatever. That's great. Speak your mind when it comes to that. But you also have to do what's in the best interest of whoever's around you, whatever the situation is. Because, I don't know, this feels like a situation that isn't about you. So if you are helpful and you give advice and whatever, you can speak it till the cows come home. If someone doesn't want to take it, they don't want to listen, they're just going to do their own thing, that's okay too, because that's their path. There is a karmic path here, and someone's on it. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's someone that you tried to reach out to. It's someone you tried to connect to. Someone you tried to help. They are going to go through a karmic cycle again, because I feel like they've done this more than once. And that's not on you. That's not your problem, your fault, or anything. They chose to look the other way. That's really what it feels like. And some of you might go, I just wish. That's fine. But it's about whoever that person is. They didn't see, you have to draw the line in the sand. That's what she's doing with boundaries. This person was probably very disrespectful. Enough is enough. You know, you gotta know when to stop. Defend yourself. I don't feel like you have to defend yourself in this situation. I feel like enough is enough. And you can only do so much. And you have to know that line. Like, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. Well, you got to stop eventually. Especially with karmics. If something ain't fucking working out, it ain't working out for a reason. Yeah, I feel like you are drawing the line in the sand. Like, alright, I tried. I don't know what to tell you. It's reminded me of the time, like, okay, my daughter has given me hell her entire life. She has definitely been a tough one. I love her to pieces, and she's making some beautiful changes now. You know, she has a job, and she's really getting her shit together for this baby, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that. I'm proud of her, is what I want to say. I wasn't always very proud, because I was actually very embarrassed a lot because of her attitude. I mean, hell, when the cops showed up because she had a hissy fit because her friend called the police because she made it sound like we were fucking abusing her when she was up in her room. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. She was upset because her boyfriend left, and she didn't get to go because I said no, because he was going around unhealthy people, and I knew those people, or I knew of them, and I was like, no, you're not going. I don't fucking care. You live under my roof, it ain't happening. So, of course, I was the bad guy. But anyway, she was up in her room screaming, crying about it and all that crap. Well, her friend called the cops. And I go out in the garage because I was going to go have a cigarette. And this was a little while ago. I go out there to have a smoke, and I see police pull in. So I open the garage door, and I was like, why the fuck are they here, you know? And I was thinking something happened to her fucking boyfriend, but I was like, why would they come here? You know, I don't know. It was just weird. So I'm like, did someone die? That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, can I help you? And, you know, they had no lights, sirens, or any of that. And they're like, does, you know, my daughter live here? And I was like, yeah. Why? What's wrong? She's up in her room. She's safe. Well, we got a call about distress with her. Can we see her? I'm like, of course you can, but what the fuck are you talking about? I had no fucking idea. And I was like, well, I have a dog, so can you please stay in the garage? I'll bring her out or put the dog, we'll figure it out. So I go in. And I let her dad know, and I was like, well, we gotta fucking put the dog away, basically. And I go up and I said, hey, Emma, the cops are here for you. What the fuck is this about? And she just starts flipping her shit more. And I'm like, did you call them? She's like, no, I didn't fucking call them. And I'm like, well, who the fuck did? Like, did the neighbors hear you screaming or something? Because I didn't hear her screaming. I mean, I did a little bit when I was at the bottom of the stairs, but I'm like, okay. So I explained to the officers, you know, why she was upset. And they're like, all right, well, we still need to talk to her. She was too scared to talk to them. She thought she was going to get in trouble at first. And I was like, so we put the dog away. They came in the house, and she finally came around the corner in the kitchen. And instead of just talking to them like a normal human being, no, she flew off the handle. I have never heard such disrespect come from a fucking child to a police officer, to two of them. And I'm trying to get her to stop, you know, just be like, hey. And, like, this is uncalled for. And, of course, when the cops are standing there, it's like, what can I say? What can I do? Like, are you gonna fucking chew me out for doing whatever? But I was like, hey, watch your mouth, you know, you show some respect. So I was choosing my words wisely in the situation because I wanted to bitch slap her. Honestly, I wanted to just fucking knock her right off her high horse at the time. She's not acting that way now. This was a while ago, like I said. But it was embarrassing and it was difficult because I'm like, what do I do? You know, how do I handle this? She was so fucking bad that one of the officers told her his life story. She didn't even listen and was like, you are the most ungrateful little shit, basically. Like, be thankful that your parents love you and they're helping you and doing this and that and whatever. And she wasn't having any of it because she wasn't getting her fucking way. And, I mean, they were going to take her to the hospital to be evaluated if she didn't shut the hell up. And I kept telling her, I said, Emma, you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. She finally did, but it took a minute, and it was just like the most embarrassing, stressful moment ever. It just was. There's a reason why I was saying that. I mean, she's not like that now. She hasn't been like that in a while. Oh, sometimes you just gotta let go. You try and try and try. You can't get through to someone. Because it was after that where the next boyfriend she had, it was, you know, all of a sudden, you know, she breaks up with this one or they break up and she's all lovey-dovey again. And then she gets a new one and all of a sudden we suck as parents again. Because it wasn't just me. She was attacking her dad too. It was like, what the fuck? You know, teenage bullshit. And I literally said to her, I'm like, obviously I can't help you. Obviously you don't want to listen to me. And if you don't want to abide by my rules, you can leave. So she told people I kicked her out, but I told her multiple times, I said, go ahead and say whatever you want, but just know. And everyone around here, because I said it in front of people, family and whatever, I said, I did not kick you out. I did not make you leave. I said, if you will not abide by my fucking rules, then you don't need to be here. If you think you can handle it on your own, you can pay bills, you can do all this shit, go right ahead. Have fun. That was one of the hardest things I ever said to my kid. Because I knew she couldn't do it. I knew it was going to be hard, and I knew it wasn't the right choice, but it was not my life. And I was sick of her making my life fucking harder for no goddamn reason, you know? Like, you think you can do it? Go ahead. Go show me. Prove me wrong. Well, she proved me right. Because, of course, the situation was just bullshit, moving couch to couch and all this shit. Now she's pregnant. So, like, it was just one fucking shit show after another. Which none of that is my fault. And I know that. And I feel like that's kind of why she's regrouping, you know, because she did make a mistake. She made quite a few, and there are consequences for our actions, no matter what that is, you know. And now she has to prove herself, and she is. And I'm proud of her for that. But yeah, it wasn't just those moments that were difficult with her. I'm telling you, like, she gave me hell for a long fucking time, and probably sat there and laughed about it. But that's how teenagers are sometimes. Not every single one, but some. And that's just an example of how you can try and try and try and just be like, I have no clue what to do now because I just keep trying and you're not listening or paying attention or you don't care or whatever. So fuck it. You know, I never gave up. I just made it clear. I drew the line in the sand in that situation. And I was like, you know, you've crossed the line too many times. These are my fucking rules. If you want the help, the support, the financial support, food in your tummy, a roof over your head, your comfy fucking bed, your brand new goddamn TV, all this shit and all the streaming services that go with it, you have to listen to me. And if you don't like that, you can go live wherever the fuck you want. If you want to go sleep on someone's floor or their couch, go for it. Not my fault. Not my problem. Have fun. And she didn't have fun, but she did it because she had to prove me wrong. She's very strong-willed, I'm just going to say, which is not a bad thing if it's channeled correctly, you know? And I think she's starting to channel it in the right direction, but she had to figure that shit out for herself, which is what I'm getting at with this situation, because there's someone here that has to figure shit out for themselves. You can't do it for them, no matter who they are to you. And, you know, releasing your child into the wild is one of the hardest fucking things to do. Whether anyone agrees with the choice I made or not, I'm just saying. I put my fucking foot down. And you've got to put your foot down with yourself when it comes to how far you're going to go with other people, because not everyone has your best interest at heart. Not everyone has their own best interest at heart. And you can only help those who want the help. If they don't see it, don't want it, and they fight it, they ain't never going to work out. 9 of coins. There's an independent journey here, I'm just going to say. Make your fucking dreams come true. It's time for you to focus on you, not the other people around you. And I'm not saying if you have kids and family members around that you can't be there for them. No, but you need to make yourself a main focus because you deserve it. Because I kind of feel like I'm talking to somebody who puts themselves on the back burner a lot. There's a level of comfort here. So some of you could be comfortable amid the chaos or amongst the chaos or whatever. Like, it's just been a whirlwind experience for you with this person, that person, your situation, where it's not a problem. Like, you might see shit that really is a problem as not a problem because you're used to it, because of how you grew up, what your situation is, whatever. And that happens a lot. It really does. I don't know, I feel like it's time for you to pull away from that and focus on yourself. And you'll start seeing the red flags that you were ignoring or sidestepping, not noticing before with different people, no matter who they are to you. A lot of you are pulling away and taking time for yourself, which is great. Because look, there's the peacock feathers in her hair, but they're not standing upright. Because if you think about it, with a peacock, their feathers stand up and they're boasting. They're showing off because usually the males have the really big fucking tails. And they're showing off for the females. Like, look what I got. I'm beautiful. You know, whatever. Look at me. Look at me. You're not doing that. You are beautiful inside and out. But you're not showing off. You're not showing off for the public, for your family, for your friends, for your community, whoever. But it's obvious that there's something there. Something special. It's like I could show off. I could boast. I could say this or that or what. I could say all of this, but I'm not going to. Want to know why? Because it's not important. You know it, and that's all that matters. Yeah, you're not boasting, but you could. And whatever the situation is, you could be the whole "I told you so" or whatever. Like, I don't know. You could definitely boast. I don't know. I just want to say it that way, but you're not. You're not. You're taking the high road, basically, or that's advice. Yeah, Six of Wands. You're very successful at what you do or whatever this is. This situation will have a successful ending, that's for sure. Triumph over adversity. Yeah, there's success twice here. So whatever this success is, you've earned it on your own. Nobody gave it to you. It wasn't handed to you on a silver platter. You weren't born with a silver spoon in your fucking mouth. You know, you worked for this. Then we have the Eight of Wands, which is communication. Honor yourself. Respect yourself enough to know when to say something and when to not. That's really what this feels like. You know, it's like I only speak up about what's most important. If it's not significant or important, it ain't gonna come out of my fucking mouth. Whether you know or don't know about whatever. That's what it feels like to me. There's a lot of messages here, but you're not the type of person to create drama and just send messages to everyone and be like, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know, I feel like I'm talking to someone who's very private. When you speak up, it's because you're taking a stand for whatever reason. We have the Four of Wands. There's going to be a reason to celebrate, and whatever this is, you've earned it, you've done it on your own. You didn't receive any help from anybody else in this endeavor, no matter what that is. You're not allowing fear to stop you this time. If you were afraid to speak your mind at any given time, you're not afraid to do that. Now, you bite your tongue when necessary because there's a time and place for this or that or whatever. You know, it's like, it's just playing it smart. A lot of times the smartest people in the world are the ones, they do know a lot, whether it's intuitively or they just fucking know whatever they know, but they don't say as much. It's like, you know more than you say, and that's good. That's good. You can keep a secret as well. So if someone thinks that you just blab everything, you don't. There are a lot of things you don't share. Even if you do speak up a lot, you still keep a lot more to yourself about other people, about yourself, about whatever. I don't know, you could have shared something about someone that pissed them off. This would have already happened. But you didn't even share it all. You didn't even share everything. It's like a small piece. Somebody got butthurt over something. Over a message. Someone can't handle the fucking truth, basically, because they're a crybaby. That's what I want to say. And you probably know it. But I also want to say, if you're in this high priestess intuitive energy, there are things that we pick up on that we do know that, you know, like I said, we don't always talk about, but you could have said something from an intuitive standpoint, you know, like, I received this sign, this message, whatever, about whoever, whatever, and you could spoke up about it, and it pissed somebody else off. Like, I don't know, it's like you think you know it all energy kind of thing. But I feel like you're not afraid to share your gifts anymore. You're not afraid to share messages, however it comes out. But you are smart about it. Kind of like what I was saying with, like, I recorded those two, well, one message and one reading, and the way that it came across, I just knew it would be misinterpreted. It's not that the messages were crap. It was that it wouldn't have reached who it was supposed to, or it would have been taken out of context just because of the delivery. And I knew that. It wasn't because I was afraid to share that message. It was because I knew it would be misinterpreted. And that's probably why this message is coming out now, because it's very similar. I'm just not acting all high and mighty. I don't know. I was acting like someone who was just sitting on a fucking high horse and gonna do something stupid. They're all jacked up. Like, I'm gonna go. I'm raring to go and say and do whatever. But it looked like it was coming from me. And when I was watching it back, going like, yeah, people are gonna think this is how I think and feel. And that's not the case. It was coming from, I don't know where the fuck it was coming from. It was coming from someone else, basically. Maybe someone you walked away from. But sometimes we have to step away from a situation, a person, or whatever, to have a complete understanding. You know, taking breaks is good. And maybe you felt the urge to take a break from another person or from a situation so you could gain some clarity. It could have been from a relationship or family situation, like you just had to step away. I want a little bit more on this High Priestess, and then I'm going to go, because I'm going to go to bed. You got this all under control, is what I heard. Whatever it is. 3 of Wands. Someone could be waiting for some type of spiritual message as well. I don't know if you're waiting to get a sign or to receive some type of download for yourself, or if there's someone around you who's waiting for a spiritual sign or message. They could be waiting for that in their own life, or they're waiting for you to deliver it if you are that High Priestess energy. Someone's waiting on a message. It's a spiritual one. Yeah, the Hierophant. It's a spiritual one. Because I don't feel the relationship shit here. It could pertain to that, like a love interest or whatever, but somebody's waiting on some type of message. It's a spiritual message. Trying to figure something out. Yeah, somebody's trying to figure things out. 5 of Wands, there's conflict here. They're trying to figure shit out. They don't know what to do in a situation. There's secrets here. Alright, there's someone in this energy, not all of you. There's someone in this energy who is trying to figure out what someone's hiding. Like, I know you're fucking hiding shit from me, and it could be causing conflict. Like, fuck you, I know you're hiding crap. It could be in a family situation or a relationship. Like, who you talk to, what the fuck is this about? I don't know, I'm questioning everything. Because I have this feeling. Alright, so there's someone here who has a feeling that something's wrong, basically, like, but they can't quite put their finger on it. Like, they know but they don't know, but I don't know, it's the energy. So someone's feeding off of the energy and it's causing conflict. Could have caused a fight, or it's going to. They're looking for answers. They're looking for answers spiritually. Like, Spirit, just fucking tell me what's going on here. I've been waiting forever to know the truth about this side or the other. Somebody's misguided with their own intuition because their ego's getting in the way. It feels like because I'm worried. And fear can block the fuck out of us sometimes. I'm not saying that you're not seeing clearly 100%, but there's something you're not seeing clearly about. And when you're too close to a problem, or it pertains to people that you love and care about, it can be harder to see and to recognize. Because of whatever you're feeling. Ace of Wands. Somebody took the opportunity to cause a fight. They spoke too soon. I don't know, there's a problem here that could have been avoided if somebody would have just sat back and not, if they weren't reactive. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Somebody was very reactive. Something came to them, potentially about family situation, relationship, whatever. Some sign, and they just went with it before processing. This is very combative energy. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Could pertain to somebody's work as well, but I don't know. I feel like this is something somebody's been working on for a minute. Or somebody got mad at somebody about their work. Like, you said you were at work, or why are you working late? I don't know. Something. This conflict has been in the works for a minute for someone. Yeah, it's taken time, whatever this is, because the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow moving with the Moon. I've waited forever to know what the fuck you're up to, what the secret is. Somebody took action because they were sick of waiting. Like, they weren't understanding signs. They weren't understanding intuitive hits. Like, 1,000%. There's a lot of confusion here because the Moon can cast shadows and be confusing. Even though it's like your intuition, yeah, you get feelings, but you don't always fully know or understand why you're feeling whatever fucking way you're feeling. I mean, sometimes it's crystal clear, but other times it isn't. And I feel like there's confusion here. Somebody was very reactive because of how they're feeling. And they could have made a boo-boo and caused some conflict. Yeah, because of something they said. Messages. It doesn't feel like misinterpreting messages. It feels like speaking too soon. I don't know, there's conflict here because of that. Somebody wanted to know something. And they think they know, but they don't. Like, I don't know, it's almost like, oh, I finally figured it out, and then blah, and that's not it. That's not what it was about. How do you know you weren't there? That's what I just heard, so I don't know what that means to you, but it's almost like you don't know what you're talking about. You weren't there. So you probably weren't there to witness something, but you still have an understanding. How do you know you weren't there? That could be someone in a relationship saying that to somebody, or in your family situation, like, you don't know what I went through, you don't know what I said, you don't know what happened here, you weren't fucking there. Like, you might have a feeling, but you don't have that concrete evidence, you know what I mean? You didn't read the messages, you didn't hear me and so-and-so talking, whatever. I don't know, there's a fight here. Because somebody, I mean, I feel like the energy that you feel, and whatever you're picking up on, or whoever this is, wasn't wrong about the feelings you were feeling. It was being misinterpreted because there's a lack of information here. And you know, when somebody acts kind of sketch and they're avoidant and they don't want to talk, like, I have nothing to say about this, or I don't know what you're talking about, it can just kind of feed into that sometimes, because it's like, I know you're fucking hiding something. What the fuck are you hiding? And then you just blow it out of proportion because you know that there's something there, you just don't know what, and then you get mad over the fact that they're not telling you because it's taken a minute. Whatever this is has been quote-unquote hidden for a while. It feels like feelings. It feels like emotions. It feels like somebody was hiding some inner turmoil or an idea they have. And you could have been sensing the energy surrounding it, but you didn't know for sure, and I feel like there's conflict here because of it now, because somebody was being reactive over something they really didn't need to be reactive over. That's what that feels like. You know, you can't always go off from those feelings. You can, but don't be reactive. You know, be smart about shit. Because if you're sensitive, you can pick up on people's fears and feelings and stuff, but it doesn't mean that you know exactly what's going on when you're just sensing their demeanor, you know, or their emotions and shit. I'm just going to pull one of these and then I'm going to go. Wow, this is longer than I thought. I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. It's like, fuck my life. See past the illusions and unkept promises. Yeah, there's something that happened between you and someone, or whoever these people are, that there's a lack of trust. You don't trust this person, or they don't trust you, or they don't trust someone, or you don't trust someone because of something that happened in the past. It's like, you're fucking lying to me, I know you are, because of whatever happened in the past. But they might not be lying to you now. I don't know, I feel like there's a battle. You know, I'm seeing eye to eye with someone. There's a problem, a conflict, a fight that's going on because of harboring past shit. You know? It's like when I was using my daughter as an example and stuff during that time. I mean, she did it for so long. I could totally use that against her, I guess you could say, because of how she's always been, instead of looking at what's happening now. You know, the changes that she's making. I know that's different when it pertains to relationships, if someone cheats on you and does that crap. But you can always assume that someone's going to remain the same forever. And that's not always the case. And if you give them another chance and you love them enough, you got to learn to trust them or let them go if you can't, no matter who it is, you know, because it just creates problems if you don't. Yeah, be smart. I just wanted to be like, you're smarter than this. Someone needs to hear it, even if it ain't you. Love you guys. Peace. Don't worry, it will work out. I just want to say that. So someone needs to know, like, what the fuck? Whatever the situation is for you, it will work out. Everything will be okay. Everyone's safe and protected. Peace.